As a matter of fact, people were, depending on media to show their own cause or to talk about their own cause. But the problem is that the media in general, I'm not talking about a specific channel or media outlet, but the media in general was adopting some causes and just dropping others. There, for example, some were like, promoting the revolutions in Libya, Syria, Egypt, Tunisia, whatever, and dumping, for example, the revolution in Bahrain and Saudi Arabia. On the other side, some were adopting the revolutions in Bahrain and Saudi Arabia and dumping, for example, what's happening in Syria and other countries. The problem is today it's not that we have independent media. There is no independent media anymore. It's whose agenda is paying the money for the media outlet, and then you can see what's going on the television. Actually, it's dangerous on both sides. It's dangerous for the journalists working for this media outlets because politicization of media means that media outlets are today like political parties. This will just represent a point of view, the other will represent a point of view, and this will be reflected on their own safety when they're working, in the field. On the other side, it's also bad whenever you're trying to, as a viewer or audience, when you are trying to get your own piece of information from this media outlet or that, because you're not able to get the full information. Today, it's not anymore that the journalist will bring the two-source piece of news. It's now the viewer who is going to two sources from two, for example, media outlets and getting both sources and then crossing them together and getting his own final, conclusion about what's going on really. I believe that it's not the issue of manipulating more than going into a kind of a current or a stream. There is mainstream right now going on, and everyone is trying his best to go through it. And people, like some of the people will like what's going on, while others who are really victims of what's going on will really feel it bad. But it's on both sides. I don't want to be specific on this side or the other, but on both sides this manipulation issue is going on. Today we are in the era of open source information, and everyone can reach whatever he wants information or she wants information. But the problem is some big organizations are able to access, have big access, and they can reach to a bigger number of viewers. So in this way, what they say will turn to be maybe the fact, while it might not be the fact. I believe that the ones who really hold the responsibilities are the governments that are it's not like I don't mean the governments that are only fighting. It's also the government who are influencing these wars, because some people are fueling these wars, are paying the money, are giving money and giving arms. It's not only those who are being fought by rebels or those who are being under a revolution or whatever. What I meant is that the media in this is just a proxy. It's a proxy used by external factors, by external factions, by external governments, by maybe the West, whoever, to fuel these wars. This is what I meant. A media organization, whatever its own point of view is, should be immune. Should be immune because this is media. This is freedom of speech. They have the right to say whatever they want. If I don't agree with them, then I'll just get out. I'll go. It doesn't. For example, in the year 2006, Israel bombarded Al-Manar television because they said Al-Manar is doing propaganda war against Israel. Manar, sorry, Al-Manar was on one side of this war, and they were supporting the Hezbollah and the resistance in the war against Israel. Does this mean this gives Israel the excuse to bombard Al-Manar? Certainly not. And this is the same regarding, for example, Al-Qaddafi televisions. I know Al-Qaddafi he was fighting a war against his people, and there was a revolution going on in Libya. But does that give the excuse to NATO to bombard the Libyan television? Certainly not, because we should be, as journalists, whatever our point of view is, because it's clear there is no independent journalism anymore, as we said. So because of this, every journalist has the right to say whatever he wants safely, without being threatened to be bombarded or killed or executed or arrested, whatever. I think time is gone. It's not anymore the time to save media, because we are living the plight of the media. It's you know, kind of we have media parties and not media organizations. Everyone is kind of adopting a point of view and fighting for it and trying to, you know, bring all the tools and all the means they have in order to help their own point of view to or to you know, promote it and to make it reach to the biggest amount of viewers on TV or on radio or newspapers. So right now it's not anymore that, you know, we can help in this fight between media organizations. Already everyone is taking a point of view, and as I said before, it's now the job of the viewer to go and fetch the news from several sources and then cross them by and get his own final conclusion. The problem is today, you know, when you see the people, you know, who are the people? Because even the people are divided. Even the people, each one will go with a side. It's kind of a divided world. We are living in a divided world. There is no one, you know, understanding for ethics. There is no one understanding for ethics. There is no one understanding for truth. There is no one understanding for even, you know, yeah, good and bad. Because if I can see something good, the other will see it as evil. If someone will see something as evil, I'm seeing it as good, and white is black and black is white. And things are really it's a chaos. The world is chaotic these days. And I think that what we are seeing in media is also in politics, is also in the street between people, and it's uncontrollable. Everything is relative, yeah. And today, for example, I can tell you, I'll watch 2 media outlets with the same piece of news.
Sometimes even with the same piece of picture.
The same pictures. This will say something and this will say something, and it's really impossible. It's really impossible to be able to, you know, to say if this is right or this is right. We are right now inside a big chaos. This world is a chaos.